Galilee. 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 Dili ko ka sakit. Sige po, pagka
Yes, sir. The donation from the Lusutan Group, sir, is continuing.
kagarawan mo yun. If you still have money, sabihin mo sa kanila, priority, pagkain, of course, pati tubig. Importante talaga tubig. In every disaster, wherever it is, a fire, landslide, o tidal waves, sinabi ko, uli, I seem to be repeating it always. But para ma-remind lang ang lahat, sunog, ang experience ko, I got this when I was mayor. Ang unang, magsama ako yung sa first responders, ang unang hiningi ng tao, tubig talaga. Lalo na kung under stress, tubig ang hanap. So, bilisan talaga ninyo yung tubig. Because tubig is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yun ang experience ko. Importante talaga tubig na mainom.
Noted, Mr.
Salamat po. It's a video teleconference by teleconference. Kausapin natin si Secretary Galvez.
Mr. President, Senator Bongo, Executive Secretary Bingbong.
A crowd is a crowd. Ideally, talagang sanang walang limited ang tao sa labas. But during Christmas time, everybody was having a good time. Tapos sans the warnings that we have always been telling the public to please do not do this. So during our Christmas time that people were allowed to go out in mass to celebrate the Christmas by buying things, and people are getting out. May pera sila, nagbibili, tsaka marami. You can see ba the crowd noong Pasko sa Divisoria. Kita mo na Quiapo. Talagang nagsisiksikan. And every rule was almost violated. Yung short of really a talagang magde-lecture ako. Balik tayo sa basics ng a democratic country. The rule is always and has been, and it does not change, that yung public good remains high in the hierarchy of things. Obligasyon ng gobyerno. Kasi yung may namatay, kasi yung iba ayaw naman, isang bakuna. Ang hinahabol natin dyan is the greatest good for the greatest number. Yan talaga ang that's a dictum that must be remembered when constitutional provisions are being put into issue. Kagaya ng alamin ng barangay captain kung sino yung may walang bakuna. It does not, even if it is really a violation, at this time when there is a public protection of the public, of the many, masasakripisyo talaga yung the right to will be not really sacrificed, but must be below. Always, it cannot go higher than the public good. The greatest number would always prevail. the greatest good for the greatest majority. Kaya maski sa election, 100 voters, tapos nanalo ako ng 51 votes minus 49. Kung anong pag-usapan natin, it is put to voting, yung 49, may isa lang ang kailangan mo para nagboboto, 100. O 51 ang nakakuha, yung 49 talo. Yung ano ninyo, yung argument against the interest of the community comes into play with the constitutional provisions and what is the prevailing state of a country, whether it is invaded or lahat, it is a rebellion. Government can always come up with measures that would intrude into your rights. But I said, when including what is needed by government to do at this time, for example, a declaration of a pandemic, and it becomes a worldwide thing, your rights must subserve the rights of others to protect the public good of all. So, yan lang ang masasabi ko dyan sa hindi naman nagdadada, pero yung nagpo-protesta, then you are doused by the bumbero because you are violating the prohibition of being, social distancing, and even a crowd. A crowd is a crowd. Ideally, talagang sanang walang limited ang tao sa labas. But during Christmas time, everybody was having a good time. Tapos sans the warnings that we have always been telling the public to please do not do this. So during our Christmas time that people were allowed to go out in mass to celebrate the Christmas by buying things, and people are getting out. May pera sila, nagbibili, tsaka marami. You can see the crowd noong Pasko sa Divisoria. Kita mo na Quiapo. Talagang nagsisiksikan. And every rule was almost violated. Yung mga maskara, tama si lalabas yung ilong, ang bibig lang ang tinatakpan. But you're using you're using oxygen and breathe in, breathe out ka. Once it goes out of your body, if you are a contaminated person, you distribute your germs amongst your fellow men. Tandaan lang ho ninyo yan. For those who talagang until now are the duty of government in a democracy is the greatest good for the greatest number. Tandaan ninyo yan. So, kaya nga, just to illustrate what it is, what it means a democracy, the majority prevails. Kaya nga, in 100 persons voting, you get the 51 votes. Yung 49, talo na yun. So, yung anong gawain ng itong 51, they are there. Not whatever, the rule is the same. The majority gets always the privilege of having their whatever exercise of voting or what number is good for them. It's always the majority who will prevail. Maraming salamat, Chairman De Vera. We go to the FDA.
Lahat ay aking gagawin, please lang pakinggan mo ko. Di ako nambobola, pangako ako ay seryoso. Ikaw ang dahilan kung ba't lagi akong tulala. Maghapon at magdamag, ikaw lang ang aking pantasya. Lahat ay aking gagawin para maging akin. Natatanging babae na gustong gusto kong makapiling. Di tulad sa iba, sa'yo lang ako naging seryoso. Di kita kaya nasaktan dahil sa'yo'y nagbago.